guys. Monday. I hope everybody had a good Monday, if that's possible. Mine was okay. Started off with some inside stuff because roughly on the job about 3 hours before the sun comes up, and then went outside and almost done siding a garage. Just have bent up all the tin for the fascia boards and have to put that on tomorrow. And that part of the project will be done. And then I'll be doing something I've never done before, and that's paint a house. So, but it's supposed to be a good week for that, which I'm actually doing this relatively early because Christine brought home pork chops, and I'm gonna do a little cooking on the grill. So I'm the grill bitch tonight, and then probably have a few beers and hang out outside. And this whole week is supposed to be like this, unlike normal. Saturday and Sunday, granted, that's a long ways off for a weatherman to get the shit right. It's supposed to be like 74 degrees on Saturday, so I'm thinking hopefully, maybe, probably not Saturday because I'm planning on working on Saturday, but Sunday, get out to the range. As it turns out, it probably would have been a good deal to head out there, but for a while there, yesterday, every single time that it was like, I should go out to the range and shoot a little, and like the clouds would roll in and they really looked nasty, and I was like, nah. And then like an hour later, it was like, oh, it's beautiful. I should go out to the. And then it's like, and that shit kept happening, and the weather never ended up being bad. It was a little windy, but no rain. A little wind is good because you guys that have been out there definitely want some wind, so it makes it harder for the bugs to find you. What are we looking at? Looking at Double Hall IPA from Kettle House Brewing, Montana. This is the last one in my possession from Bulwark, 1911. Definitely a good guy. He's been a friend a long time. This one is Bayou Chili Head. Suck it. 6.5%. And it's a large can. Oh, and you know, the first night in a smaller group of guys, there was a fair amount of shirts purchased. I appreciate that. The weird thing is somewhere around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I guess. Someone in Louisiana, somewhere in that area, sounded like it was an older guy, and might have been Chuck, was so busy trying to order shirts that I guess, and I don't know how he does it, just must be like type and send. You know, it was like crashed the server for a little while, but I guess they got that back up and taken care of, so and the top of the can looks just like this. Freaky, huh? Oh, I'm just disappointed that I can't use the magical opener that... Oh, wait a second. It's Steve. Oh, wait. Oh, almost there. Still got to use it. Seriously. I've had some guys send me some pretty cool openers, and no disrespect to any of them. You know, the 50 cal opener and the openers that Salty Shellback made by hand, and this flash hider that Jim sent me, and the one from Glockgeist William, and this absolutely kick-ass one from Alex. Not to mention, I got the one from DJ Alkaline One, and there's another one around here from Hornet Fixer, Jim again. What am I missing? Oh, this big ass one. It's like a weapon. It's like this was from Ray. You'd be like, open my beer. Well, psh, you open your own beer. That's what this one's good for. But when it actually come right down to it, why do I like this one? Because I'm a gun guy. I really happen to be passionate about all guns, but the AR platform. And Steve goes and makes and still keeps it functional. Like I said before, you could put this back in the gun and it is a fully functional charging handle. And even though it grabs the can great, he still managed to. It's not even sharp. So, unlike some people, I remember a good friend of mine. His not to say his wife was materialistic, but his wife was materialistic. Thought that they got a whole bunch of gifts from people that were handmade and went on a tirade about it. And I'm just like, really? The shit that means the most to me is when someone puts their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And the fact that that Steve made this by hand and then sent it to me. It just really means something to me. What's in the cup? It's just orange juice, really. It's just well, it's mostly orange juice. Okay, fine, Hazman. It's half orange juice. Oh, we don't want to screw up the part. Oh, we got to taper off. Well, it's got a very dark. It's got dark. It's dark. Well, it's not dark. It's amber. It's thick. It's thick amber. Could that be you, Ed? I'm only gonna look because it seems like Ed seems to be the brew review. No, I'm sorry, it's not Ed. It's my good friend Greg. Greg probably never watches this, so I can say all sorts of touchy-feely shit. Greg's one of those guys where it's awesome that I work every single day with someone that's like a like-minded thinker and has the same sick sense of humor, and you can take a typical work day and like somehow take 4 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon, and look at your watch and go, whoa, where'd the time go? It makes things fly. The only thing I need to work on with Greg is Greg is not a shooter. Not saying that. See, what he actually worries about is that he would become obsessed because he has an obsessive personality. And if I got him into took him shooting one time, by the end of the week he'd Hornet Fixer would be jealous of his collection. So got to get him out and shooting, and nothing may be out there. What you got to do is you got to give someone like that the first time you take them out shooting. You have to like say hook them up with like say a 25-pounder from In the Red Exploding Targets in the Mosin, and set it out at 100 yards, because that thing will shoot a hole through a hole in a dime, let alone miss a 25-pound bag of In the Red. But okay, so it smells like beer. It definitely has the IPA, the citrus. Has a sweet. kind of a sweet note to it. What the? No, you can't have any of my beer. It's like a chuck drone. Today's just been kind of a goofy day all around. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday. Yeah. I think the caption for that actually says something like beer is good for your body. Okay, cheers guys. Just making room for the rest of it. Okay, you get that citrus up front. Definitely more towards the grapefruit side. Unfortunately, you don't get a lot of them that are more towards the pine side with the Sonora Desert Prepper or whatever the hell he is, Tactical Homebrew or Missing in Action guy. That Piney the Elder that he sent me, that was one of the rare ones. That was some good shit. I don't even know what I gave that for a rating. That was probably when I was afraid to give out a 10. Now it's like Busch Light 10. No, just kidding. I would never get a 10. So you get that hoppiness, but it's like right up front, you're getting like a caramel sweetness with it. Then it goes into kind of a nice little dry area, little earthy grass. Not your Colorado grass, the stuff you walk on. And that'd be interesting. And then TH3 infused beer. If I'm thinking it, somebody has already done it. Yeah, that dryness. I don't know if you're 6.5%. I don't think you're probably really feeling the or detecting the alcohol in there. That dry stuff, patch, and then whatever that was, knuckle bump, Tardisius. 250. Today's video. 250 Zippos. At this moment in time, Tardisius would want us to give him more cowbell. Congratulations, 250 Zippos. I personally left a comment, maybe some counseling is in order. 250 Zippos. I mean, I know he's got his little displays for, the skull ones, which that was a really cool Zippo, by the way. Then he's got his flag ones and the blah 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 ones and this one and that one but now if you take an area like my walk-in safe and you cleared out a wall space and just add someone or maybe you made a cubby designed just to hold Zippos. 250? I don't think he's done. I don't think you're done, my friend. But yeah, congratulations, 250. See, I'll be honest, not not to sound morbid or anything like that, but I get to a point where, I start to collect things, and then I think, I can only use like so many knives at a time, and then like guys come over and, like Chris along with company, I gave him one of a very nice knife, but he it was one of the ones that was on his wish list and he wanted it, and it was like, take it. So I don't I'm just trying to think, if there's anything that you could actually say looks like I have some compulsive issues when it comes to collecting. uh, I like Star Trek stuff, I guess, but now I don't have, you know 250. Really? That's weird. How long is this damn video going? I say, are we so far into the video that the computer went to sleep? But might have had that one up for a while before we started this. I was just checking it, getting it centered, just right there in the image. Yeah, I would say by looking around at the desk, probably other than gun related stuff, I I have I have Star Trek issues. I've actually had a Star Trek phaser on order now for over 6 months, and the company, it was actually a pre-order thing, and they keep sending me emails saying, just letting you know that we haven't made these yet, but it was like a prepay thing. So yeah, I guess the Star Trek stuff would be my, but it's like I don't have, I guess technically speaking, Tardisius doesn't have 250 Zippo lighters all that show the same thing, so I guess we have to give them a pass. Other than that, for me, guns. My goal is to own every one before I die. There's a there's a bunch I wouldn't mind having doubles of, but for the most part, like, I know I've made this comment before. It's like Pete's like, oh, if you get into hard times or whatever, or you want this next gun, just sell a gun. I'm just like, uh, I've actually only I think twice to this moment in time have sold a gun to buy a gun. I sold that my Ruger Mark III Hunter with the fluted stainless barrel on it and the big ass scope. I sold that because I bought the 454 Casull from Alaric 357 Alex, and would I buy that gun back again? Probably. It was a really nice gun, but I'd really like to get probably like the 2245 Ruger, and then put, just kind of, you know, not this particular one, because this is like, like, I suppose this would probably work just fine, but something like that on it. But if you ask me, are you disappointed that you sold a 22 with a scope on it and bought a Raging Bull 7 7/8 inch comp barrel 454 Casull? Hell no. And anybody that has shot that gun, that thing is a beast and it is a lot of fun, but I don't think it kicks so. I mean, when I go out and shoot it, I never shoot it. I probably shoot that thing usually until I run out of ammo, because it's that much fun. So yeah, I have a few Zippos, but as I look around at the Zippo collection, My entire Zippo collection is compliments of Tardisius. One of my favorite ones is the Star Trek all brass one that he sent me, along with a display stand for it. And maybe the other Zippo. Well, he sent me the Celtic one, which actually means a lot to me. But this one, you guys that are gun guys, that one's priceless. That one is awesome. Other than that, the only Zippos that I've actually purchased myself, I bought one for Jim, Hornet Fixer, because it reminded me of him in the military, and it was one of the ones that's in the armor. So technically, he should be able to carry it and use it without it getting all trashed. What impresses the crap out of me is this is the one that's my EDC Zippo, and I bought this just to tease Christine, because she's a huge Slimer Green fan, and after 6 years, that's the amount of damage to it, and it spends its day in my pocket with keys. So whatever the hell they put on them, pretty impressive. Okay, so we've talked about obsessions, and we should probably get back to this, because I know you guys frown on the extended brew reviews, and since I'm supposed to be the grill bitch and enjoy the weather guy, a recap. Citrus hit up front, followed by a very smooth, almost caramel-like sweetness. Then there's a dry, kind of a bitter area. Then you notice like a grass, bread, biscuit, and a citrus finish. Not bad, especially for a canned beer. I have absolutely no idea what I don't know if this comes in a 6-pack, a 4-pack. I don't remember even how many that he sent me. Actually, I might have some of these buried in the back of the fridge yet, unless they were adiosed by the boys. I had to put a big padlock on that to make sure that Jerry didn't do anything crazy. So where's this fall on the E-scale? Double Hall. Actually, Double Hall IPA from Kettle House. This actually isn't that bad. I'm gonna give this guy an 8.5. Just saying, 8.5. What should we look at next? Well, unlike normal, I actually spent a second thinking about that, and there was a whole bunch of stuff from Johnny. God, I'm kind of, probably before we get to Friday, probably very soon, I kind of want to look at that Smoke on the Bayou one, which nobody voted for, so that'll show you. Let's look at Green Flash White IPA. So far to date, New York Half-Ass Pepper, and I can't remember who else, but I've been sent a bunch of stuff from Green Flash, and locally, I believe the boys over at Keyport do stock some stuff. It's not a full spectrum of what Green Flash offers. Hop Odyssey. It's a white IPA, and this one is 7% by volume and a whopping 95 IBUs. Now, I don't know if this particular one, if it's going to have some spicy notes to it. They say a citrus explosion with notes of sweet tangerine and orange peel. Well, that's kind of going to throw us into the Bengali, which, might have to go get a couple of those. So let's do this tomorrow. This one's from Johnny Watson. That one was from Bulwark 1911. And I am out of here.